Our next film is a love letter to the arts, if that letter happened to be written in crayon. It's also the first film the Marx Brothers produced for MGM, and you can watch it for free on the new free streaming app, Momi2. I'm Harry Marks. You can find me on TikTok at Lobby Intros as the host of the classic film history channel, Let's All Go to the Lobby. So, let's all go to the lobby for 1935's A Night at the Opera. A Night at the Opera stars Julius Groucho Marx as Otis B. Driftwood, the manager of, quote, the greatest tenor in the world. Who that happens to be turns into a wild game of cat and mouse, culminating in a madcap opera performance with the absurdity of the three brothers on full display. A Night at the Opera is the first film the Marxes made without their brother Zeppo, who had grown tired of playing the straight man to their comedic personas. But A Night at the Opera is no less funny without them, thanks in large part to a screenplay by George S. Kaufman and Maury Riskind. Kaufman would later go on to write the play You Can't Take It With You, while Riskind had already worked with the Marxes on Animal Crackers and The Coconuts. As for directing duties, that responsibility fell on Sam Wood, who was something of a real-life foil to the brothers on set. For example, when dealing with a chronic ulcer, the director would drink milk each day. The brothers started having it delivered to him in a baby bottle. He could never figure out why. Wood also imposed a $50 fine to anyone who was late to set. One day, Chico and Harpo nailed Groucho's garage door shut so he was late to set, and the first to have to pay. From then on, the brothers would try to one-up each other, betting on who would be next to cough up the fine. It wasn't long before Wood tossed out the whole idea. A Night at the Opera, like most Marx Brothers films, is known for several memorable scenes. Perhaps best remembered is the stateroom scene, where 15 people jam themselves into Groucho's room aboard an ocean liner. It was written by Al Boasberg, often credited as the father of American stand-up comedy alongside his old partner Jack Benny. Unfortunately, Boasberg and producer Irving Thalberg often butted heads, with Thalberg pestering him to finish his scenes on time. Frustrated, Boasberg called up Thalberg and let him know he was done with the stateroom scene. He could come see the finished material in his office. Except when the brothers and Thalberg finally arrived, Boasberg was gone, as was the script. It wasn't until Groucho looked up that he saw the pages ripped into pieces and nailed to the ceiling. They spent hours reassembling the shreds, and once they were done, they were happy with what Boasberg had written for them. But Thalberg wasn't exempt from the brothers' mayhem. He also found himself on the receiving end of their shenanigans, often prone to keeping people waiting in his office for hours while he attended other meetings on the MGM lot. Thalberg once made the Marx Brothers wait in his secretary's office while he stayed in his to make phone calls. Hours later, Thalberg tried to leave his office, only to discover the brothers had blocked his door with filing cabinets. The next time he kept them waiting, he returned to his office to find the brothers naked and roasting potatoes on sticks in the office fireplace. Thalberg enjoyed a potato along with them and never made them wait for a meeting ever again. And so here it is, starring Groucho, Chico, and Harpo Marx, along with Kitty Carlisle and Margaret Dumont. From MGM, this is 1935's A Night at the Opera, now playing for free on Momi2.